There may be homosexuals and lesbianism in your family line, but it's not normal.
You say what, Pastor?
There may be homosexuals and lesbianism in your family line, but it's not normal.
Hold on, Pastor, one more time.
There may be homosexuals and lesbianism in your family line, but it's not normal.
So what you lustful download men need to understand is, when you're living a download lifestyle, you don't get the same privileges as openly gay men. You don't get to just record sex tapes and do OnlyFans and record videos of yourself having sex with other men and just expect for it to not get out there. Why would you want to be recorded when you know you're living a download lifestyle? I don't understand it. So Pastor Dwayne Dawkins is a pastor based out of Florida. He is a married man with 3 children. In April of 2022, Pastor Dwayne Dawkins' sex tape went viral. Well, was it a sex tape? It was a adult tape. Went viral on Twitter, which prompted him to be exposed as a download man. Now, Pastor Dwayne Dawkins allowed an OnlyFans content creator, a very popular gay OnlyFans content creator, to record him and him having a sexual exchange and place it on his OnlyFans, where he could monetize it and people could watch it and he could make money and it would go viral like all of his other videos do. See, this is the thing. See, I've already told y'all since my first video that the discretion that download men have is only for the heterosexual community. So they're only looking to be discreet to heterosexual women and heterosexual men. They do not care about being discreet when it comes to the LGBTQ. And why don't they care? Because they just are coming over here for sex anyway. They only want sex up out of us. So they don't care if we know. They want us to know so we can have sex with them. That's why you will have a married man with 3 children and a prominent career as a pastor still allowing himself to be recorded on camera having sex with a man, knowing that he preaches against that and knowing that that goes against his religion, his supposed beliefs. But guess what? He doesn't really believe that. I'm really starting to think these men are just using religion as a way to get y'all up off of them. I feel like these men know what to say to y'all and know how to use that Bible to their advantage to get y'all up off of them so they can continue to do what they want to do like they know so many other men are doing. So originally when the tape went viral and he was exposed, members of his church were denying it, saying that they know how the pastor looked and they knew this wasn't their pastor. This is the delusion. And I bet you those were women. And I understand a lot of women do not want to believe that these men could be gay because that does lower their pool of options. I understand that. And they genuinely want to follow these men and believe that these men want them. This is just so sad. And my heart really breaks for this man's wife because she's actually a beautiful woman. I just don't think these women deserve this. Before we even get on that, so this is a pastor, a man who should be deep in the church, a man who's supposed to follow the Bible verbatim or as close to it as possible. This was a man who preached against homosexuality, saying that it was not normal. So I guess my question is to Dwayne Dawkins, are you normal? Or are you coming over here with the group of unnormal girls? Because you're doing the same thing that the unnormal girls are doing. I'm telling you, I don't play with these men. These men are the same. They want to do the same things you do, but not have to deal with the scrutiny and the judgment and the public opinions. I've also mentioned that download men only care about themselves. And this is a perfect example. He did not care about his church. He did not care about his congregation. He did not care about his wife, how she would feel, how she would be embarrassed, how this would affect her. He did not care how this would affect his 3 children who are growing up in the public eye, his family who would have to answer to this, his wife's family. His wife has to face the church. She has to face public opinion. She has to face her friends. She has to face her family. He didn't even have enough respect to do it in private. He's allowing a gay man to record him and post it on OnlyFans. Because what a lot of these dudes think is, okay, well, only the LGBTQ is going to see this. The LGBTQ community ain't that big. And then when you have so many straight men who are watching trans porn and watching gay porn anyway, come on now. It's going to cross. Even women, some women say they watch gay porn. And some gay people watch straight porn. I watch straight porn sometimes. It's all going to come together in some way. It's not a secret. So you have a man who's getting the benefits of the church. He gets the benefits of the straight male privilege. He gets the benefits of having a wife and kids and looking like he's a family man, and he's a great Christian man. He's the perfect black man. He's a role model for what black males should be. And he also gets the benefits of coming over to the LGBTQ community and getting his rocks off. So a little while after the tape went viral, after denying the allegations, the pastor did issue a public apology, and he also did step down from the church. Now, to be honest with you, I have searched all across the internet to find more information on this pastor, like where he's from, his family origins, where he went to school, his age, how long him and his wife have been married. I think this man has had the internet scrubbed. I could barely even find these receipts to post. I did find a receipt of his public apology, where he did express his love for his wife and apologize to her and her family. I do respect that. To this day, I haven't heard anything of them separating. Maybe she is going to work through it with him. Now, one thing that bothered me about his public apology, first he said that prior to marrying his wife, he never let her know, basically, that he had feelings for men. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all, just like I told y'all in the Terry McMillan video. There's no adult male over the age of 18, and I'll give you until the age of 18, because really, once you're a teenager, you know what you're attracted to. But there's no man over the age of 18 that's going to tell me that feelings for men just came out of nowhere. You're not going to tell me you just started being attracted to men at 21 and 19 and 18. That's not how it works. That's not how sexuality works. He's been attracted to men for a very long time, and he suppressed those feelings. And that's basically what he was saying in his statement. He never let her know that he had those feelings towards men. But that doesn't mean he didn't have them. He had them, girl. Now, in that same public apology, he made reference to the fact that it was his obligation to assure his wife that she had a clean bill of health and that he was not being unsafe and he was protecting himself while sleeping with men. You know, just perpetuating the narrative and the stigma that, you know, being gay comes with all these diseases and STDs and we're just the sick, nastiest people in the world. A lot of the stigma that a lot of people don't want to deal with. Now, I do understand that he was married and in a long-term relationship with his wife, so he did have an obligation to make sure that she was safe. But the best way for you to do that was to make sure you weren't cheating on her at all. How about that? So just like I said, these men are going to continue to do the same thing until the black community becomes more open-minded and the black community unlearns the homophobic rhetoric and negative connotations they have associated with the LGBTQ community. These men are not going to feel comfortable and safe being themselves. And unfortunately, women are going to be the ones who suffer because women are the ones who are being lied to. Women are being the ones who are misled and being used as a beard. And this is another case of a woman being used as a beard. Now, another thing that Pastor Dwayne Dawkins also said in his public apology is that him and his wife had an encounter like this in the beginning of the marriage. So obviously he cheated with a man or had some type of encounter with a man earlier on in the relationship and they were able to move past it. So I'm wondering, how did they move past it? What did he do to assure his wife that this was not going to happen again? And what were to be the repercussions if it did happen again? Because now it has happened again. And then I guess my question to her would be, why did you believe that something would change? Do you believe that the gay can be prayed away? Because I do know a lot of women in the church do believe that these men can be changed. Nevertheless, like I said, I could not find a Facebook for him, an Instagram for him, a Twitter for him. It looks like he's had Google scrubbed of everything. So this story is going to be continued because I want to know, are they going to stay together? Is their marriage? Is he going to continue to preach even though he stepped down? Is he going to go to another church? Is he admitting that he is a gay man? Or these are all questions that I need answered. But drop down in the comments. Let me know if you heard about the Pastor Dwayne Hawkins situation. Did you see the video? He's another one that's not entertaining as an adult entertainer to me. Kind of just boring to me. No stroke game. And he's a bit too old. I can't find out how old he is because everything's been scrubbed. But from the looks of it, he looks to be in his late 40s, early 50s. And I'm sorry, girl. I'm in my 20s. I'm not willing to go that old. My dad literally just turned 50. So my dad is pretty young. That would make me feel like I'm having sex with people around my dad's age. You would have to be really attractive to be in your 20s. I want to stay in the 20s. I mean, in your 40s. I want to stay in the 20s or the 30s. But hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the Pastor Dwayne Dawkins case. And I'll talk to you next time.